Hello and welcome back to the Steampunk Saga. So last episode was probably one of the shortest episodes we had so far, and this episode I want to be a little bit longer. What I wanted to do between now and last episode is expand our buildable space. And you might be able to see there in the background, if I zoom in, we have expanded the space quite a lot. So let's take a look. Now, to increase the buildable space, previously I'd used the schematic cannon, but since I've added Ultimine, I find it's actually easier, more efficient, and quicker to use just some stone tools to dig out the area that we wanted. And here you can see us dig out giant cubes, brace the area with wooden logs, and then finally fill in with stone brick and dirt on the top. Now it's going to take a while for that dirt to spread to grass and become, well, a bit more aesthetically pleasing. But also, if we want that space buildable, we're also going to have to expand our boundaries. So it was also time to upgrade our guard towers. First up, we had Lord Farquaad upgrade this guard tower that's right next to his builder's hut. So it was very quick, very convenient for him, and it didn't take too long at all. The material's very simple. All that changes really are the roof shingles. Plus, check it out. We've got the orange Coppervale dragon now on banners in front of the guard tower. Very cool. And the extra space that expanding the boundaries gave us meant we could put this guard tower over here next to the university. And what we're going to be doing is slowly daisy chaining all around the edge with guard towers as we upgrade and improve the buildable land out there. It's a big task though, so we're only going to be investing in these first 2 guard towers, but we are going to be getting them all the way up to 3. Now I always think it's really weird because when you have a builder build a building, the first thing they do is come over to the building site, take a look, and then leave. It's like in real life when you have a builder come to your house and tell you, yeah mate, that's a 10-minute job, cost you $1,000. But the awesome news was, as these were building, our research did complete, which means this episode we can really get into the meat and bones of automating our colony. Okay, yeah, so you can't really see it in the distance now, but we'll go and take a look in a sec. Now, I wanted to come over here and check on the food. We did kind of fix that an episode or 2 ago. But our colonists are still saying they haven't really eaten. Now, when you go over to a colonist, like we'll come over to Slaneshi here.
Right away.
How's it going? She says she's hungry, but her shanks are pretty good. And some of you guys also mentioned that the manchit bread, or the kabochi, which is apparently cabbage stew, which sounds disgusting, you guys said it didn't have that many hunger shanks, so it must be kind of bad. But if you look at these Minecolonies exclusive foods, you can see that, yeah, where is it? Kabochi? Yeah, this is pretty high level food. It's eaten all the way up to residence level 5. There's only one tier that's better. The tier above it, which we can indulge in once our farms and things are level 4 or 5. But kabochi for now is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to minimum stock and we're going to add kabochi. And there we go. It's going to take our guys a long time to get 64 kabochi in here, but it's a good place to start. Well, all right, let's go and see how much buildable land we've gained. Let's get the build tool out and see where these borders lie. Now, the borders in Minecolonies have always been, to me, a little bit buggy. Like, they always change as you're moving around. But here we go, yeah, the Coppervale dragons looking exceptional. Coppervale dragons, wow. I think you can get, like, copper dragons in D&D as well. Maybe Copper Dragon is like our town mascot. Honestly, if he can hook me up with some copper, he'd be my best friend. So yeah, we've got a nice big space over here, and what I was thinking is the big area at the back really does look like it could be the figure piece of this colony. So what I was kind of thinking is, what about like a massive Big Ben clock tower? Very create, full of gears and windmills and things. It would look super steampunk, be a giant clock, and look amazing on the colony. But yeah, get the build tool out and let's see how much buildable land we've got. Now, it's not a huge amount, to be honest. We haven't really expanded things as much as I'd hoped. It's a reasonable amount, but we're going to need a few more guard towers to make sure we can gather all of this basin in. Now this is an overhang because what I want to do is bring our train. We are going to get a train. We haven't forgotten about it. It's going to come along here underneath that canopy, come out here, and then underneath this is going to be a giant railway tunnel with maybe a railway station here underneath the Big Ben thing. And then bring the rail all the way across the other end of the colony. I was thinking maybe a railway bridge could be kind of cool, spanning across the whole thing. But we've got to be careful if we do that because we don't want to use up any buildable space because we are going to start to need a lot more buildable land pretty soon. So our research is complete. That means two things. Number one, we can build the buildings we've unlocked. Number two, we can do even more research. So let's take a look. Which ones did we do? Let me refresh my memory. So we could do the composter's hut. That's a good building to do. We unlocked the stonemason's hut. That's very important. We also unlocked the sawmill. We've unlocked the smeltery, and we've unlocked the blacksmith's hut. Now I happen to have 64 iron ingots on me, so I might as well do this one, ability. This is going to improve our builder's build speed by 10%, which is a reasonable amount, especially considering the amount of time lapses I do. And the other research I think we want to go for, yeah, a lot of these are locked, and this padlock means, yeah, we need to do something to unlock this, usually build more buildings or upgrade them. We could do vein miner, which improves our miners quite a lot, but we will need some raw ore, which means we're going to have to get the miner to get the ore and catch it before it gets smelted. But for now, I reckon 128 redstone we can probably do. I've got quite a lot in the old computer, and that's going to get us better break speed, which again is going to speed up our builder. So here we go. Excuse me, Ninkus. Oh my god, so rude. He closed the door on me. What a Ninkus Jotunson. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to research, into technology, and yeah, what we want to do is find, where is it? And there's a lot of technology, a lot of research to do. But yeah, 2 research in the bag. They're both pretty important ones, so you nerds, get to it. Now, most of the buildings we've unlocked are actually part of the mine. You'll remember when we built the mine ages ago, the mine comes with like 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 separate different buildings. I think one of those was the stone smeltery, which is quite good. It means we won't have to actually upgrade that individually. But let's come over here and double check what they all are. So there's a stonemason's hut. That's amazing. We've unlocked that, and that'll be really good to build. Over here is the stone smeltery. Have we unlocked this? Yes, we have. And oh my god, this is so simple to build. I'll have a quick sleep because even though we've got those magnum torches, it is still deadly to let night kind of devour your colonists. We will wait until they're all in bed though, which might take a while because they've got a long old way to walk, but it's worth doing. Your colonists need sleep, and if you keep letting that stack up, it's gonna bite you in the butt later on. And no one wants to get bitten in the butt. Oh my god, it's King Mahogany! Royalty Supreme! If we had spaces in the colony, I'd get you in. Oh, but I can't, because I still haven't gotten those sunflowers. Now, all the colonists are tucked in bed, which is good, but it took us way too long to get there. Night has basically almost half passed, so yeah, that's a lot longer than we want. What we're going to have to do is go around to the residences and make sure that everyone lives in a house that's nearer to their job. It might also mean putting houses nearer to the outskirts of the colony. But that was kind of always the plan. Production buildings in the middle and housing on the outskirts. Well, okay, a brand new day. So also over here we have the smeltery, which we've also unlocked. Right, so these 3 buildings make 3. The mine makes 4, and I think the 5th building was actually a guard tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these guys up with all the materials they need to get this built. Actually, I mean, I can't even really do a time lapse for this. 1 furnace and 4 racks? What's the point? Might as well just get old Farquaad to come over and hook those up ASAP. Ah, right, so the stone smeltery we haven't yet unlocked, so we can't upgrade that, but we do definitely have the stone mason now. So this is the second build that we're going to do. Lord Farq. Whoa, okay. So this is a bit more interesting, requires a few more things, but it's still not a big building, so nothing to worry about. We'll leave that to brew in the background because everything we need should be already in the warehouse. Those are two very simple builds. What we're going to do now is also add a blacksmith to that list, and maybe a sawmill. Maybe we can get both the blacksmith and the sawmill built this episode. That would be kind of crazy. The sawmill lets us automate basically almost everything made out of wood, and the blacksmith is super important because it lets us automate tools. So whenever our miner, our forester, our farmer need hoes, axes, pickaxes, whatever they want, a blacksmith is going to be able to grab those for us. So number 1, the sawmill. And number 2, the blacksmith. And there we are, those are on the left now. They should be pretty simple to make. Need a few more of these wooden axes. And there we go, there's the blacksmith's hut and the sawmill. Amazing stuff. We're going to grab our build wand and let's go and see if we can find a couple of places for these. Now let me do the thinking. The train is going to come along here, right through the middle of the colony and down along this wall. That does give us a bit of space over here between the mine and our future railway. So let's take a look at the size of these buildings and see if that's realistic, see if there's enough space here for us to squeeze them in. We did get some new buildable land, but I want to keep all of the industry as close as possible. Oh my god, well done, Farquad, amazing job. I want to keep all the industry pretty close because thematically that's just going to work so much better. So I guess it's craftsmanship and I guess it's metallurgy for the blacksmith's hut. Let's take a look. So this is the blacksmith. Okay. Looks pretty groovy and at level 5. Yeah, it looks like a solid building. It's quite small, which I'm really thankful for. This'll fit here nicely. No worries whatsoever. But what is a blacksmith SP? SP blacksmith. This has, oh my god, why does this have 6 levels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't even know buildings could get 6 levels. I thought 5 was the max. Does that mean the builder's hut can go to level 6 as well? But it looks like the building is almost identical. Now with Minecolonies, and specifically mostly with Steampunk, because a lot of buildings are included in other kind of building packs, what's a good idea is to double check that the hut you're trying to build isn't already included in another massive mega build. For example, if we try to build the stone smelter before we built the mine, which is impossible, I know, but we wouldn't know that it's already included in the mine unless you get the hut, you right-click thin air, and what this will do is search for all recipes or existing build schematics that include the blacksmith's hut. Or at least that's what it's supposed to do. I'll give it some time because maybe searching does take some time. No, you know what? This isn't working. So maybe either there's nothing that the blacksmith's hut actually is part of, but that can't be right. We'll try it with the sawmill as well. See if that's any different. Searching. Here we go. Now this is a longer search bar, which is, I guess, good, maybe bad. Aha, here we go. So scroll down to your build style. Must have just been a quirk with the blacksmith. And here we go. So Steampunk is only in craftsmanship, carpentry, sawmill. It's just got the one build. So it's always good before you build anything. This is a tip I should have mentioned a while ago. Right-click in thin air with your building, do a search, make sure it's only in one building. But that's good, it means the carpenter is only in one blueprint schematic. So what about the blacksmith? Let's try this again. Ah, right, so it has worked this time. Scroll down to Steampunk. Aha, here we go. And yeah, so it looks like the barracks alt comes with a blacksmith. Also, there's a military blacksmith. Very interesting. So there's 4 different blacksmith styles. So what does that mean? Let's go into military. And yeah, there's a military blacksmith. Now, is this the same building? Have they put it in military as well as craftsmanship? Yeah, design-wise, this is exactly the same in almost all the different things. Now, we haven't unlocked the barracks yet, so we're not going to build the barracks and get the blacksmith for free. We're going to build the regular old blacksmith from metallurgy over here. And I think we're going to go with regular, not SP, because I don't know why SP is there, or, well, what does SP even mean? SP, steampunk, maybe. I don't exactly know. But it has 6 levels, which is kind of cool, kind of exciting. What's crazy is at level 1, it has nothing. Only level 2 does it become a building. Yeah, let's go and play it safe and use the regular blacksmith, because that does look like it works properly at level 1. Now, before we put this down, we're also going to look at the sawmill, make sure that is the right size. Carpentry, sawmill. And yeah, you know what? This can also fit here without too many issues, I think. Oh yeah, you know what? It's actually almost easier to build at night because you get this very cool kind of glow around the buildings that are already there. This looks pretty cool. We're going to make sure it's not overlapping on anything over here. Yeah, that's not too bad. There's still room here for the train to come all the way through. I think this is going to be okay. And at level 5, what does this thing look like? Oh my god, amazing. Yeah, do you know what? This looks like a great place for the sawmill. So we're going to plonk it here and pull the trigger. Then put the blacksmith over on this side of things. There we go, my dudes. Very exciting. And at level 5, this thing is also going to look like a real beast. It's got room in between, so now we can have paths going in between. And also, there's loads of room for that train to come along here. Yeah, so this is going to be the craftsman's district, I guess. With all those really important industrial buildings. Let's pull the trigger, have a sleep, and see if we can get our guys hooked up with all the things they're going to need to get this built. But luckily we've got both Amber and Farquad. We can probably build these both at the same time. So while Ambriel got started on the sawmill, we let Lord Farquad finish up his build over at the mine. That's the stonemason's hut, I believe. Although calling it a hut is pretty generous, it's more like a tent, so I apologize in advance whoever has to work in a tent. But yeah, unsurprisingly, Ambriel stormed through the sawmill, got that set up in no time at all, not to be unexpected because she is the seasoned builder here, probably has much better stats. Which left Lord Farquad taking up the rear, and yeah, finally finishing up the blacksmith's hut. Now these are 2 really exciting buildings, and also, well, 3 really, because the stonemason's hut is also essential. These are going to be really good for a number of reasons. Primarily because now we can actually get the mine fully automated. With the sawmill, we can automate the logs and supports that the mine needs to kind of stay up. The stonemason's hut can get the mine sorted with all of the stone needs, like, the bracing walls and things. And of course the blacksmith's hut, now that we have that, we can automate tool production so the miner will never be short of pickaxes to go digging. I would say in mine colonies, this is the defining turning point for most colonies. When you get the stonemason, the blacksmith, and the sawmill, things really do start to take shape. Now these builds are all level 1, which really handicaps them. These buildings, more than anything, benefit from being higher level because they get more recipes they can craft. But now they're complete, let's rock in and hire some dudes. So here we go, 3 huts and 3 dudes to choose from. So number 1, we're going to come over here to the stonemason's hut. Like I said, this is more of a tent than a hut, so I'm sorry whoever we pick to live here. But manage workers. Wait a minute. Where's all the dudes gone? Are we out of dudes already? No, that can't be right. Well, which is the most important job? I think probably for the time being, getting tools is so essential that the blacksmith is very important, and of course, it's gonna be Rory Bear Steel that we hire as a blacksmith. Boom, get on over here, and what does the blacksmith look like? Yeah, pretty standard, not really much of like an apron. Which is a bit of a shame, but this guy will do perfectly over here as a blacksmith. Now, the number one thing we want to do is come over here, go to crafting recipes, and make sure we add all of the important ones. So it's going to be a stone shovel, for sure. A stone pickaxe, a stone axe, a stone hoe, and of course a stone sword. Now, why aren't we going to iron? Because a lot of our buildings can support iron. And that's because iron is very expensive. We don't want our colonists to waste it just yet on basic tools. And there we go, that's 5 of 10. Now, like I said, you really want to get this building up to level 2 because that'll give it 20 recipes. Then at level 3, it gets double that, so it gets 40, which is a massive jump. Now, there are some other cool things that the blacksmith can make, like, for example, a flint and steel, which is, do colonists need this? Well, the ender miner will, but we won't get him for a long time. What else can we make over here? Well, chain is a good one. This guy makes chains. Also, most importantly, this guy can turn iron ingots into iron nuggets, which is also pretty essential for some of the craft. But we're going to leave it there for the moment. We've got 2 recipes we could also teach him. What's also really important to do is keep your, where is it? Clipboard close, because this thing will always show you what your colonists are looking for. For example, here we go. Swords, they're a big one. Oh, okay, another important thing. Right, glad I caught this. The blacksmith will specifically use the recipe you give it, even if you give it sticks and things from a specific mod. So this guy won't make stone pickaxes unless he can get turquoise stone and blue bright sticks. That really sucks. So we've got to remove these and add the appropriate recipe. So here are sticks, we can use these. I should have some cobblestone in here, there we go. And there we go, yeah, we want regular sticks and regular cobblestone. Very important. Man, I can't believe I almost messed that up. So Rory Bear is going to crack on with that. But yeah, like I said, the clipboard is really important. If you ever need something, you can come over here, work out what it is you need. For example, look at this. So the mine actually wants some of these framed cobblestone. Right. If you hover over it, it says crafted in the architect's cutter, but it doesn't tell you whether this is the stonemason or the sawmill. Now, because the main block is cobblestone, I'm going to go with this being a stonemason recipe. So over here at the stonemason, and even though we don't have a stonemason yet, we can still add some custom recipes. Now, when you're doing a custom recipe that requires the architect's cutter, you can kind of do this a little bit different. You can put the input as cobblestone. There we go, that's the main block. Number 2, spruce planks. Now what this does is this covers every recipe that it can make in the architect's cutter using cobblestone and spruce planks. For example, he can make fancy doors, framed spruce, all the different patterns, almost everything. That's really big. And that only takes up 1 recipe slot. Really huge. And again, just come back to the clipboard and double check, see what you're looking for. Now the restaurant still wants that kabochi, cabbage stew. Oh my god, oh, right, so it's happening, it's happening. It's time. We're gonna have a sleep, and then we're gonna mount up inside the Dawnbreaker, and we're gonna tackle this raid via the airship. Oh man, I've been waiting for this moment. Alright, my dudes, let's fire up the Dawnbreaker. Right click to get in. Here we go. Oh, the engines are turning. We're going to load it up with more gunpowder because we need all the bullets we can get. And fill up with coal as well. 2 rotary cannons. Let's do it. Okay, let's go hunting barbarians. Northeast. So that would be, oh, right behind me. To the left. This is the direction they're coming from. Now, it's actually quite hard to see what's going on here. Wait, I cannot remember how to fire the guns. Wait, it was left click, wasn't it? Why is it broken? Oh my god, the airship is broken. Oh man, so what a time for this to happen. The airship is bugged and we cannot shoot our cannon. Oh my god. Why is it doing this? No, let me shoot the gun. Oh, and this is a big raid as well. Our guys are probably getting rocked. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Right, okay. So the guns are firing now. Turns out I just had to use the right keybind. But that's weird. It used to be just left click. Anyway, the raiders are over here. What are they doing? Where are they going? Are they trying to get our builder? Are they stuck? Oh no, Sheila Panda! We failed her. Oh, they went straight to her guard tower. Right, looks like they're taking out the guards before they take out the dudes. Well, okay. I can see them through the window now. It's getting close. And if we can get a better look. Yeah! Let's open fire. Get wrecked! Now the damage isn't crazy, but we are taking these guys down. There's one. Oh, we're getting shot. And those arrows are gonna actually destroy our airship. There we go, eat lead suckers. Oh my god, he's got fire arrows. They're gonna set fire to my blimp. Oh man, it's not exactly the smoothest of maneuvers, but we are parked outside of the front of our guard tower and giving them a volley. Wait, I'm out of ammo already? Oh my god, that was a lot of gunpowder we wasted. Looks like I blew the bloody door off. Okay, one raider left. I think it is, yeah, it's the chief. All right, chief, come here. I'm gonna give you a full broadside. Oh, he's coming, he's coming. Oh, he can actually hit me inside the airship. Okay, time to maneuver. Here we go. And let's give him another volley. It's so hard to see if you're actually hitting them inside this airship, though. There we go. Wham! It's very hard to aim this thing. So tricky. Ooh, and also difficult to maneuver as well. Here we go. Got him in my sights. Where's he going? Oh no, he's going after the blacksmiths. Oh no, I'm fully out of ammo. Okay, we're gonna have to do this old school. Let the blimp fall. Whack, whack, whack. Yes, we did it. Oh my god. It was not the smoothest of raids. For one, the airship just wouldn't work. It wouldn't fire until we reassigned the key in the config. But that's weird because I did not need to reassign that the first time I flew this airship. Just left click worked. Very weird. So this is great if there's loads and loads of barbarians clumped up and you can just go crazy with the guns. But it's very difficult to pick off specific raiders with these massive guns. Also, this thing goes through gunpowder like it's nobody's business, so we're gonna need a way to get more ammo for this absolute beast. But there we go, my dudes. Thank you for watching this episode of the Steampunk Saga. We did some huge upgrades today. We upgraded the guard towers, built the back of our colony. That is all looking pretty good. It's gonna be great to get some buildings over there eventually. We got the blacksmith's hut up, we got the stonemason's hut up, and the sawmill. We're gonna need to get some more residences so we can get more dudes and more people hired in the colony. We also fended off a raid using our airship, but, well, yeah, it didn't go so well. It's not exactly the smoothest raid. I was really hoping that'd be much more impressive, so I have to apologize for that. But until next time, my dudes, a massive thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and until next time, take care.